Hello, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith of the Black Channel here, Ticker Tacker, and if it's Tuesday, it's the Strat Attack show. So we hop into the urban assault vehicle and see what we got. Now, there's a reason that we usually do this on Tuesday because what we want to see is follow through from Monday. Do we have reversals on a Tuesday from Monday? What are the ones that followed through? So we don't have that this week. We also have the inauguration tomorrow. We have Netflix earnings just came out, so a whole bunch of different variables. But what we do know is that we are stuck in an inside week in the SPY. The good thing is it's inside of a 3, all right? So hopefully we can get something going out here if we can get out of there. That's got to go on. So you can see here in the daily, the chap shop, the 2 up and then back down here, and then the 2 up and right back in the middle of all this stuff. That's going to have to change, and once it does, we'll have a lot more evidence. So if we go to QQQ, also stuck in here on the weekly. Got a little bit closer today, and the interesting part of watching the Qs is we've seen the Fanger stocks lag and the SMH. You can see the SMH just keeps going like this, semiconductors like that, right? And you saw XLK, not so much, right? And so we want to see this XLK here. You can break that weekly with the Qs, right? Because we've seen Facebook weaken, right? Doing nothing in here. And today, coming back, though, the outside-inside day and coming back through here. So we know on the month that it's still down. But the question is, was this the exhaustive move, not weak enough to take that out and come back into the inside quarter? So we'll see that because you got Netflix right now up 50 bucks. And so that's going to rip that towards, right now, 556. So you're going to take all these guys out if you go to the weekly here. That's going to be 556, going to be above all this. So we'd want to stay above that, shoot for this. 544, you're above that. So we'll see what that does to the rest of the Fangers. Because if you go to the star of the day, it was grit. It's probably going to be a gapper. Right now, this thing's trading over 28. So I might want to keep an eye on this baby. Something's up. So they're moving around. Some of the notable omissions here, if you will, in tech is NVIDIA, for one, here with those semis. As well as Xilinx here. So we want to see if anything can come of that, because we've seen like the usual suspects here, LRCX coming up like that, AVGO, right? And they just did what they were supposed to do. The 2 up, the 2 down, and back up, and these becoming outside bars. So they've got a lot of exhaustion risk over there. We do have Google. We'll see if that gets going with the Netflix. Slight inside week to the upside. Still a lot of tight ranges. You want to be really careful on this. So if we go back to, let's go back to the Qs. That's what we're looking for on the intraday, 60. Here's your triangle right here, right? So if you once you get out of here, you better stay out, right? Or do we go down and test this? Right now it's going to be looking like with Netflix, probably going to be taking this out to the upside. So we'll see, because you got notable SPY. Hold on, here's your SPY 60. Looking like this. Let me go it out for you. Like so. So it needs to get out of that. Small cap are still here. Somewhat your winner, albeit today a little lacklustage. But on the month, it's better than the other ones because it's still bright green, just exhaustion risk going into the highs. Dow Jones Diamonds today, notable exception here. As you can see, the this over here does nothing. So we'll see when all this breaks what things look like. You do have MU as an inside week to the upside in that tech. Just exhaustion risk going into the highs, so we'll see what more comes of that. ATVI slightly takes the inside week to the upside, and that tells you to look at TTWO. Here, still handily going to be an inside week in EA. Just trying to come up and go 2 on that week here, to take 2 down and 2 back up, so we can see what comes of that. Go to American Express. American Express, not totally ripping, but it is inside week to the upside, so we can respect that for now and watch that with other financials. If we go to IPOE, and Netflix going highs as I speak, you got an inside week to the upside, and what that is reconfirming this. The inside month to the upside. Now, it's exhaustion risk, we know that, but that is what it is on a first day of the month or the week. ALB, nice bright green month, exhaustion risk, but you are inside week to the upside very slightly. If you go to INTU, INTU is a little better because you're coming back through the range. This is a 2, 1, 2-1-2 reversal back to take out these highs. Not a ton of magnitude on this, but sometimes they keep it going. Just ask the grits. If we go to CC, and CC, slight inside weak to the upside. And the good thing about this is it used to be somebody, it used to be a lot higher. So we always like that, right? In history, it's been a lot higher. We'll see what comes of that. Tilray, still inside month to the upside. A little hard to see because of this, how it axis, but here you go. Inside month to the upside. So on the daily, it does this. The 2 up, the 2 down. So if we can take this out, we'll be looking to go take out the highs of that and become an outside bar. So of course you can watch that with CGC and Cron and on down the line. On the downside, XLP here, I'm having some issues here. XLP monthly is a 2 down, right? Here. Inside. Yeah, inside month to the downside in XLP. And you had Colgate inside month to the downside, and then it went inside week last week here. So now you've got your inside week to the downside. See if we get any more measured move out of that. Watch that with XLP. OLGI. Loggy, and Loggy goes inside week to the downside, reversal 2, 1, 2. And the reason that's important is it's changing the month back to red. Potential outside month, or if we can get some follow through on something like that. We go to Centene. Centene, still green on the month, but the weekly coming back in 2, 1, 2, and that tells us to look at XLV and friends over there. It's hanging in there. How's Molina Health? Molina Health getting closer to the 2-1-2 reversal down into here, which would also set up potential Rev Strat monther off the inside month to the upside. So you can watch that with the rest of those gang over there. If we go to UPS. UPS still Rev Strat month. Inside, then poke up, and so you've got a little more to take these guys out. This would be nice here if we can get this down here and take that out. 154.63, so we're getting there. Netflix going to the highs as I speak with the Qs, so be aware of that coming in. W day. Also, potentially taking this month out, right? And that'd be a 2 month to the downside if W day can weaken down below 214.76. And you got the inside week down directional to try and do it and come back through here. Usually you can watch now with that and see how that goes. Still inside week for now. If we go to edit, and edit starts off the week as an inside week to the downside. And good thing about here on the daily, if you pull this out, you see the slight higher high, but you don't see the lower low yet. So that'd be nice if we can wipe all these guys out, get another bottom try off the inside weaker, or worse. We'll see. If we go to Hilton, and Hilton also trying to go inside weak and down just slightly. You can watch that with, like, you know, the likes of Marriott, which is actually doing nothing here. So we'll see. If we go to ABC. ABC, the 3-1-2 back down. You got a lot of acreage to take out of here. You're still green on the month, but you have an outside day now. See if we can get that 3-2. I think that's outside. And, nope. That was an equal tick. So we'll see. We've got that week working there. And VLDR. VLDR just slightly inside down on the week. Big mother bar in here, so be aware of that. It's almost going for sure going to go inside month here, but we're going to stick on story stocks, a lot of gappers and stuff like that until we can get these major averages to break out of these inside weeks. We're real close to it, getting closer to it, I should say, and Netflix might help the Qs tomorrow. So be aware of that, because you got stuff like Tesla stalling out and drying up into nothing. Look at this. Nope. Inside week. Inside day, that would have to change. So Tesla just kind of sitting there doing nothing. So we'll let them open. We'll see how the market handles the inauguration and all that kind of fun stuff. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm up to the Smith Black channel here at Ticker Tacker with the Strat Attack.